Already. So I think after 7 years, nearly 7 years, I can say, away from home, a lot has transpired, and I'm glad that I'm back home. But certainly after 7 years, a lot has also changed, and things have deteriorated. So when I came back, there was a big task of trying to revamp things, from maintenance issues to upgrading issues, especially regarding houses that are leaking, almost collapsing, and so on and so forth, and also upgrading our the home itself. I think that I'm very appreciative of the opportunity that I have gotten to come back home and still come to parents. I think it's a privilege that we take for granted, especially when we have parents at home here and we are overseas. The advantage is that when you come back, you can come back to a roof. Whereas many people don't have the same opportunity to come back home and still come to a roof. There's no one there. So I've come back. My mom is still here. She's in good health. She's in good spirits. And she has been keeping the family homestead well. Certainly there was a lot of demand for upgrading things. But I had a good start, which was something that I never take for granted. Certainly I came to here to try and upgrade a lot of things, but I had a good start. I was starting from not a ground level, but I was starting from some level. Most important, I think, when I came back, one of the things that I found quite interesting is the fact that her health had sort of deteriorated quite substantially compared to what I was thinking. So I took it upon myself to try and take her to doctors and make sure that she's checked and she's in good health. But obviously, you cannot get everything in a very short time. You cannot get it right in a short time. So we had to go through a lot of tests, which almost came okay, but I'm still not convinced that she's really okay, given that she has lost a lot of weight. But I'll continue to probe and find out if what seems to be all well are really well. But I'm happy that she's in good spirits. She's well. The other thing that I've sort of been appreciative of is the fact that when you come home, you sort of reconnect with your roots. It's a privilege. I think we take it for granted that it is obvious that when you come home, you reconnect. But in my case, I think it's quite an interesting privilege because I'm the one who is responsible for this homestead, making sure that it is what it is. She has been holding fort for me, but when I come in, I try to take the pressure off her and shoulder as many things as possible, knowing that I have very few days here. So that has kept me quite busy. So one of the few things that we've managed to do is to repaint the houses. I think as you did a tour of this place, you could see many of the buildings have been repainted just to sort of refresh them. I also did the kitchen and re-roofed the kitchen, did the paving around the kitchen so that we reduce moist going up the wall. The other thing that we sort of focused on was to try and upgrade the lighting system. So we are putting up solar systems so that we could minimize the difficulties of lighting at night. This place can get very dark, especially during the rain season. The other thing was the fence had almost come down, so we started maintaining the fence again. The same thing with the tomb, the cemetery down there where my father was laid to rest. It had almost like been overgrown by weeds and trees around it. So we cut down the trees and we redid the grave, sort of repaving it properly. There's a lot of other projects that we're trying to do here in the short time that I have. But yeah, it has been a very wonderful time to come back home, nearly 7 years in absence. And I'm hoping that this time I can use it wisely to try and upgrade as much as I can of the things that needs to be done here. Not forgetting the opportunity to meet and reconnect with family. I have family from my father's side and family from my mother's side. Though both families contributed quite a lot to what I am today. So today we have an occasion where it's not really a traditional occasion, it's not a religious occasion, it's just an occasion to meet and socialize and reconnect. So there is no tradition around it, there is no religion around it or religious activities around it. So it's just getting together of two different families just to come together and sort of enjoy the day. Yeah. So yeah, we have quite a lot of people that have been here with us, and I'm grateful for the time that they've put into this to come and be with us. It shows that we really value, as a family, we really value the connection that we have with our siblings, from my cousins, from my mother's side as well. Yeah, so yeah, I appreciate quite a lot. I also wanted to give special thanks to my uncles, my cousins from my father's side, and my nieces, my nephews, everyone who's here. They are really part of a big family that we enjoy. This has made the day exciting and wonderful, and it's also memorable because once in a while we have these occasions where we meet like this, and we just enjoy, and this is one of them. Sorry. Yeah, unless if I should if I miss something.
Not of something, but I think you have mentioned. So